Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Cody from mprail.com. Today, we're going to be taking a look at AnyRail, which is a track design program. Probably not the best person to kind of be doing this stuff, but I just figured I would kind of give you a look at AnyRail, the software. This is the software that I kind of chose to go with. As far as kind of, it being updated and, just kind of the layout of it and everything like that, I definitely kind of liked it, and it seemed pretty easy to work with. So I'm going to be using AnyRail to essentially work on trying to build a track plan layout. This is going to be for HO scale. It is a fictional layout for my M&P railroad. My M&P railroad is, basically based on a fictional route that doesn't exist, from essentially Mississippi to Pennsylvania. And essentially the reason why I kind of thought of that was because my wife is actually from Mississippi and I'm from Pennsylvania. So I just thought that would be kind of a cool way to kind of incorporate, like our marriage, kind of where we're from and stuff like that, kind of into the layout, I guess. And honestly, I just thought it was kind of a neat idea to come up with a fake railroad, and possibly at some point do some of my own custom engines with the M&P logo and stuff like that, kind of on the side. So as far as coming up with a layout, I have been on the absolute struggle bus, trying to figure out what I want to build and kind of how I want to build it. I know I want to do kind of a switching layout. And with this particular switching layout, I want to do essentially a bakery that is going to accept like vegetable oil, or some kind of like cooking oil, I guess, vegetable oil, whatever it is. And so essentially be able to have some like food tankers to be able to drop off supplies. And then have, cars to be able to drop off essentially flour to this bakery. So I pretty much have the bakery that's going to accept a few things. And then I'm going to have a kind of like a mill, concrete grain elevator that's essentially going to accept grains. So I was going to, maybe do two sides or just one side where they can drop off grains. And then, once the grains are, have been processed, turned into flour, essentially be able to, accept the flour, take it to the bakery, drop it off. I don't necessarily have any buildings or anything like that for the tankers. So I was thinking maybe of having kind of a small staging yard where the tankers could essentially sit, and then I could switch those into the facility when the time comes. And then essentially, once the flour and the oil get to essentially the cooking oil gets to the bakery and they bake the goods and everything like that, then use a box car to essentially take those goods or pallets of goods possibly and distribute those to a warehouse. And then from the warehouse, which would obviously be off the layout, wouldn't be a thing that would be seen unless if maybe I have some trucks or maybe some trailers or something like that kind of backed up to some truck bays or something on the warehouses. But essentially the warehouses would accept the final goods, and then from there they would ship them out via truck to small stores and stuff like that. So that's kind of essentially the facilities that I want to have on the layout. As far as the track's concerned, you can see that over here. I'm over on this side. I mean, I can't really highlight it, but over here, all of this track. So I'm essentially going with the Walters Code 83 track. I know it's fairly new. It's definitely not, a lot of pieces and stuff like that, which I think they just released a few more pieces, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe some like new switches and stuff like that, which I don't think have been updated in AnyRail yet. So anyways, kind of getting back to the layout, I'm going to be using Code 83 track. That's kind of the track I was thinking about going with. Again, I like the look of the Walters track, which, obviously I could probably paint it and stuff like that, but I just like the profile of it and everything. My room is, I think it's like 13, almost like 14 feet wide by, let's see, 14 and a half feet long. So I think it's 14 and a half feet this way and then 13 in some, kind of up and down, I guess. So essentially this bottom half down here, this area down here is like the left side of my room when you walk in the main door. And then this would be like the right side of the room. So, but pretty much the top of the layout, bottom of the layout. And then this side, I'm just trying to keep it, this side over here, kind of short, I guess, which I could make it a little bit longer. I just was wanting to try and, I guess, essentially try and keep my computer desk as close to the kind of the window, I guess, as possible. But obviously things can change. I know some of you might be like, hey, like you've got enough room, you could do an island in the middle and have it, loop back around and back out and all that stuff. But the thing is I want this to be usable space. As far as, I've got a futon. That's why I have couch area here. I've got my gaming desk, which is pretty much the thing that I'm on right now, recording this video with. And then I've got a closet over here. So I've got 2 doors over here. I would maybe make this like a full looping layout, but then I feel like that would just prevent me from having usable space, on this section here, basically, and this one. Which in this closet, though, there is a closet right here. So essentially, I guess if I wanted to, I could probably pop a hole in the wall and then kind of use back in here in the closet as kind of like a staging yard, and then kind of run that out if I wanted to. So, I mean, that's kind of an idea that I had. But, for right now, I just kind of want to do possibly a full U-shape, like where the green sits, the tan are the walls, and then the blue is obviously obstructions like the windows and the doors. It's just going to be a single kind of level shelf layout. I'm definitely going to utilize the space underneath to put my 3D printers under it, and extra storage for all my stuff and whatnot. So, pretty much wanting to kind of put this on YouTube as far as like the process of building, this layout. I can obviously go over some of the basic things, for AnyRail. But I mean, this is essentially the layout that I've come up with in my head thus far. And like I said, maybe I said earlier in the video, but I've come up with tons of iterations of, having yards, having, just a bunch of like switching locations and, just stuff like that. And it's just none of them have been a favorite. I think the only thing that I really like so far is just this this little section up here, and that's pretty much been about it. As far as like having some like warehouses to kind of put stuff in and whatnot. But yeah, I just figured I'd put this on here, and maybe you guys can give me some tips, pointers, some feedback maybe on kind of what you think of, just the general layout here. Maybe if you have some ideas, or if you can share some ideas, or if you want to come up with a track plan for me or something like that, and maybe we can kind of work together. If you use AnyRail or another program or something, maybe we can work together to try and come up with like a cool layout or something. So yeah, I don't really know where else to go with this. I just, every time I kind of sit down and look at this, I'm kind of at a loss and don't really have any ideas. So I'm going to post this video, I guess, and maybe see if you guys kind of have some ideas and stuff, and can maybe kind of get my brain kind of working as far as the layout goes. So, post comments below, or if you guys want, I've created a Discord channel for mnprail.com. You can visit that on my website. So if you go to mnprail.com and click on contact, or go to contact, then you can actually click on the link down here to join Discord, or really just any of the kind of the icons on the website as well. So still working on the website. It's obviously not done yet. Kind of had some ideas of some stuff to do for like, maybe members or something, but I don't think I'm going to do really any of that kind of stuff. I'll probably just kind of put something on there. Some like cool information about like maybe my train engines and like, kind of what cars I have, and, kind of have them have like kind of profiles and stuff like that as far as the trains are kind of concerned, and information about the train, stuff like that. So essentially pages like this that you could come and just kind of look at and maybe have like an image gallery and stuff like that. It's all still kind of like a work in progress and just kind of working on it, a little bit kind of here and there as it goes. But I definitely want to give a shout out for really good track design, layouts and stuff like that, for Rob's website here. He's got a really good website as far as layouts go, like just the way his brain works and stuff. It's everything I would like to do on my layout, but I just can't seem to wrap my head around actually building the plan. I'm always kind of contradicting myself and struggling, with the ideas and stuff like that. So, and then Bob's track plans, he's got some pretty good track plans too that you can kind of download the PDFs of and stuff. Most of these are for absolutely huge rooms, but both sites do have some for I guess kind of like smaller layouts, shelf layouts, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to find something like this, like really any of these. I wish I had a basement, but definitely don't. So I'm just trying to figure out, I guess kind of what I can do possibly for this layout. So, like I've probably said numerous times now, leave a comment, join the Discord, and, help me kind of figure out what to do here. And I'll just kind of run a series of working with AnyRail to try and build a layout, and we'll just kind of go step by step. So hope to see you guys here soon, and we'll talk to you later. Hope you have a good one.